We all waited for a long time to see how Ripple's vision is playing out. And now I can say you did the right thing. You chose an asset with value. And that clouds of doubts and uncertainty is moving aside because you chose an asset with value than just hype. Now you're going to reap the benefit of those, because as you move forward you can see changes coming out, and then we see calls for a markup in the price of XRP. Let that be to a 3-digit USD, say $100 XRP, or others calling out for $1,000 XRP, meaning a 4-digit XRP. Now, all of these is to present that the market is looking for a price appreciation. How should you look at this? Because at the same time, you can see China coming out. Okay, this one is coming from China. Then this one is kind of coming out from the UK, and following which this is from European Central Bank, and this from United States. All of these are pointing towards certainty, regulatory clarity, and precisely this one is talking about a currency bridge to promote the interoperability between the central bank digital currencies. So finally, they are all coming out from central bankers, regulators, not from just Ripple executives. We can say that these guys taught them all of these issues. Now, those who were behind these words, those who just believed the words of Ripple executives and were accumulating from the bottom, they would be reaping the benefit when the price is going to rock. Because whatever Timothy highlights here, I kind of agree with him. The technical perspective, the fundamental aspects, it is kind of looking so valid. This one, I don't know about who actually put this one out or where it is coming from or the legitimacy of the same, but it is talking about a 4-digit XRP. Now that can be huge if it really happens, but still I see that just as a speculation, whereas others look like more like an analyst coming out with a proper analysis. So that's kind of something to survive within. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where we discuss crypto and science behind investing regularly. If you saw value for your time, please do support the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. If you would like to extend your support, you can use PayPal, Patreon, or the XRP wallet address given in the description below. The Patreon link, however, will provide you with more value for your portfolio with all different assets. We'll discuss through those assets, and except all the other assets than XRP, I give more details in the Patreon, whoever requires it. For XRP, most of them is delivered here, as you can see. This one I put out yesterday on the Patreon when the price was just about to reach that resistance. I told there is a chance that it may go to the downside, and it really dipped. And it was not only XRP, I put some other charts as well showing that altcoin market is going to dip a little bit. And then for silver, it was a huge drop, like 6%. 6% drop for silver is really huge. For me, that was a buying opportunity as I was really waiting for the same. Yes, the altcoin market just dipped a little bit, but you can see that we are at a support level. It's not like a huge drop, and it's not like a long-term bearish trend. We are coming out of a long-term bearish trend, but still this is a short-term bearish channel showing you the possibility of a drop. Until the price hold around 0.247, it looks fine, but if we drop below, then we should move towards 0.232, 0.233, that area. It should be kept in mind. That's on a shorter time frame. If you look at it at a little bit longer time frame, you can see that the same channel is moving inside a uptrend channel. Now we are above that median support trend line. If you zoom in to watch what is happening there, you can see that the 50-day moving average on a 4-hour chart as well as on a daily chart is supporting the price. So that kind of looks like buyers are coming near that zone, because it's also a trend line support as well as the moving average is acting as a support. So that kind of gives you a little bit more validity to zoom out and look at what really happened, because if you look at that, Price is above the 50-day moving average. It's trending a little bit high. Okay, cool. But when did last time the same happen? If you look at previous time when the price remained way above the 50-day moving average on a daily, it's like when we were in a bull run. So there is no question that the market is turning bullish. On a daily, you are still having the MACD at highs. You can see the RSI trending to the upside, on a weekly. So this is kind of a gigantic move to the upside. But if you look at the monthly charts, you kind of still are waiting for a bullish shaped candle traveling above the 50-day moving average. So that is around 0.34, 0.35, breaking through that towards 0.4, 0.5. Which we were all waiting for a long time. If you look at the MACD, it's still supporting the same direction. So I'm waiting for that huge pump to come in and play out. Now, if you look at the real fundamentals of this side, this is actually from Amazon Web Service in a talk last year, and they highlighted Intelliger protocol will connect everything together. Now, that's not directly from Ripple executives, right? Whereas this one stated by David Schwartz gives it a big picture. XRP ledger was purposefully built for transacting both in native neutral asset XRP and also in issued assets. So you have to understand that to bridge to CBDC, stable coins, and other payment networks. Now this is coming out as a vision from Ripple executives. Then you look at this tweet highlighting that FSB has came out with a couple of documents. And what are these document really talking about? One, it's talking about the decline in correspondent banking relationships. Now, we have previously went through other documents and argued that it is really happening and you need a new infrastructure. And then they highlight this. FSB delivers a roadmap to enhance cross-border payments. And now this is at a time when the correspondent banking relationships are going to the downside. So they understand that the requirement is different. And then if you look here, the G20 has made enhancing cross-border payments a priority during Saudi Arabian presidency. Now, if you look at SAMA, the Saudi Arabia, how they are doing, what they are doing and all, you kind of clearly get that their partnership with Ripple is really playing out. Look at the highlighted area here. They're talking about low value payments, which currently has a lot of friction, the fees, time consumed, the transparency and other stuff. They really highlight all of those stuff because they demand more with this new technology coming out. Now they kind of give you a roadmap where they are looking at improving the existing payment system, infrastructure arrangements, that means the banks, then increasing data quality straight through, all these other stuff with exploring the potential role of payment infrastructure and arrangement, the new payment infrastructure and arrangement. You can read through the entire stuff and you kind of get to understand the involvement of private sector, giving them the ability to do this, to create a new infrastructure for payment, which will provide them the transparency which they are asking for. So first, if they are going for cross-border payments without correspondent banking network, there is no question that the current system can't work appropriately. Because if you don't have corresponding banking chains, your money won't flow through that way. You'll have to use a fintech. Now, which fintech you'll use based on the adoption or rate, central bank, directly. Now, if you look at this, you can directly understand that it is coming from Bank of International Settlements, right? So Bank of International Settlement has already put out a lot of documents which clearly highlights what a Ripple net means, what a Ripple is proposing, what XRP can do. Now the same has been happened with the UK government, Bank of England, a lot of different government central bank aspects. Now that is the reason why I kind of embrace this tweet from Timothy Peterson here, because he is highlighting that we have actually put the base and now it looks like we are going to the upside. But yes, majority won't actually agree because they are all in denial mode because of the emotion, psychology and all due to the long bearish time. Now this one, yes, as I told, I don't know how much legit it is, but it really looks exciting to see stuff like this, because if people are really believing in a 4 digits XRP, what I would like to state to the scientific investor family is that when the price goes up, there are still people believing that the price is going to go $1,000, $500, $800, $1,000. For me, it may not happen in this market cycle because, there's a limit kind of, at least the profit taking. When it turns into a bubble, most of the whales would be taking their profit. Then the retail guys would be coming out trying to chase the market. Maybe some of them will make a little bit of profit and then the market turns down. So this narrative out there, you have to actually understand, yes, it may happen. I'm not saying it won't reach that price level, but I don't think it's going to reach there in just one market cycle. It may take 2 or 3 market cycles to reach that area. Now, why do I say that? Because if you look at this as currency bridge proposed by Chinese government, look at this, it really looks cool. Now, when you come through this and read the entire stuff, they are talking about settling between central bank digital currency using this electronic way of payment, right? And at the bottom, they are suggesting building a currency bridge. Now, when they say building, I would say they are going to build an infrastructure. Now, that infrastructure is already existing, but these nodes has to be implanted inside that. Meaning, if you want to use every central banks to transfer money, it doesn't actually work with 40 to 50 central banks working in the network. You need all of them. And that is where this tweet initially I showed you from Jack the Ripper highlighting all the money, meaning everyone will use XRP, comes into play. Think, this is actually coming from Amazon Web Service, right? So it's not directly just putting out rubbish from outside. Now this one is kind of highlighting from the Chinese central bank perspective about the same. So if you are looking at this, they are coming out with more and more regulations, regulatory clarity. They are trying to dominate this era. And the other side, you can see this from UK. We'll publish a consultation to ensure new privately issued currencies, stable coins, meet the high standards we expect of other payment methods. So they are not concentrating this as just an asset, not as an investment. Yeah, it will be a store of value, that's another story, but here they are looking at the utility side of it, the payment system. So if they are coming up with a clear regulatory framework for a payment network, which asset will be more suitable sitting on the top of that? It's kind of a common sense because XRP was designed as a payment asset. So for me, that's kind of ensuring, concreting what I've been believing and trying to share with you guys. And again, this tweet from XRP Yo-Yo highlights European Central Bank's Christine Lagarde is prepared for digital euro as crypto interest rises. Now, if you look at that, yes, investors are coming in. At least, banks are trying to give interest rate on the same. Other financial products are being prepared about this layer of cryptocurrencies. Now, if you look at it as an investment perspective, if you look at it as a utility, from a utility point of view, it all kind of matches up. Because if you can say gold, like recently we've been getting news from all the other ends, like gold is being considered as old guys thing, and then Bitcoin is coming and acting as a new kind of stuff. And that time, Michael's tweet highlights that economists are exploring the intrinsic value drivers for central bank digital currency. Now, if you really want to explore the intrinsic value, I don't actually understand between that, because it's already a fiat. You're just changing that into a digital fiat, that too into a tokenized form. What is actually difference between that? Yes, the usability will increase in domestic area. It's not much like, going outside. You anyway need a bridge currency. So I'm a little bit confused about that particular stuff there. But still, when we see all of these news, like this one in US showing Senate Bill 31326 regulate cryptocurrency service providers under the oversight of NJ Department. So again, the New Jersey is coming out with this. So one by one, each and every state would adopt this. They don't want to lose investors. They want more and more new money flowing into their province so that their economy can survive. And this from Bank of England. Our goal is to build a UK financial system resilient to the risks from climate change and supportive to the transition to a net zero economy. Wow. If you really look at that, and then the tweet from Rishi here, They are coming out with the regulatory clarity. They're giving proper environment for the stable coins and this kind of technology. And here it's being highlighted that yes, they are doing it. At the same time, they are also concentrating at the climate change, net zero economy. Because in this one, you can read the financial system supported economy in the COVID crisis. We need the same ambition in tackling the climate change. So the financial system is being highlighted as the basic framework, which it is, to adopt change all of these requirements. So I don't actually think the highly energy, hungry eating, whatever you say, the kind of networks would be used like that. Instead, the new generation crypto assets, the new generation crypto networks, blockchain networks, at least like consensus, it's not actually a blockchain, but it's something similar to that. It provides them with those benefits. And then when you actually move on to check the news around, we just previously talked about like Ripple is moving one of its regional headquarters towards Dubai. Why? Because they have a regulatory clarity. The environment there for these kind of companies are kind of a little bit welcoming with more regulations, the clarity of that. And that is the reason why you can see again here in UK, they are highlighting this because they want to invite more and more of these companies. So who will lag? Those who don't provide the regulatory clarity. So what will happen? A form of regulatory clarity within the countries where you have educated politicians, not the stupid guys. Otherwise, they will lose. The companies staying in that country will move outside. At least say in the case of US, if Wyoming is providing all those clarity required, then the Silicon Valley guys will actually move towards this side, stating, yeah, we are a little bit more safe here. For us, the business we do, it's kind of safe here, so we will continue here. That can be the kind of thing which we are looking forward. And as we see, things are changing. Just a little bit of pump in Bitcoin reaching around 15K shows it's bigger than PayPal, Coca-Cola, Netflix, Disney. So think when it is reaching 20, 25, that area, it would be like a giant moving asset with a huge market value. Looking at all those companies which are existing right now. So if the talk about Bitcoin reaching 100,000, 500,000 or a million is going to be true, you have to see that one thing, the network is eating a lot of energy. Second thing, I don't know how it will actually get there because, investors will be going behind that. They will put their money, but once the network is getting congested through a bull run, not like the last time, this time it would be institutional, so the volume would be too huge, and they will automatically, even if they use Bitcoin, say as the name, for a store of value, they'll still need to send these transactions via a ledger which can support that level of scalability. Previously, we have seen the same from Ethereum network. They needed that and they send it through the XRP ledger. So that is still one of another huge use case for XRP being neutral, fast, scalable, all those specifications which XRP provides benefits even during such a network congestion happening into, say, Bitcoin, Ether, or any others. Because as I told, this tweet from Michael highlights, Square's Bitcoin sales hit records. So they are outstripping the new supply of Bitcoin, whatever is coming. So the demand is more than the supply. That means the price should actually go up, right? So when this happens, the network is going to really get congested with new incomers. So as the money flow into this market increases and the price of Bitcoin explodes, they really want to take out their profit. No one will sit idle without taking out their profit. Say, if you don't understand this, in this market, you don't lose. The smart guys take those profits away from you. If you're a long-term investor, okay, don't look at the price for 3 months, 6 months. Just check it, in between if you see any volatility alerts from your exchange. Otherwise, don't even open that because you would be tempted to trade more. You'll be tempted to take profit, change the positions and all. But if you are a medium to short-term guy, then yes, then you should be looking at the price at least once in a day, twice in a day, or once in a week based on your strategy. But still, when these kind of price fluctuation enters into the Bitcoin market, that will automatically resonate with the altcoin market as well. I really hope those who are watching this video right now would be there when the market is peaking out. Say we are reaching a new all-time highs. Let it be $20, let it be $100, let it be $1,000. Wherever we are reaching, with the updates we are providing on a regular basis, on a daily level, to give you the side of perspective which can be used to understand the technical side, the language of technical analysis, and the other side of fundamental analysis, because combining both you get a perspective which is similar towards, you know, not that hugely experienced guy, because say this market is nascent and we would be having a maximum of 10 years experience, those who are involved in Bitcoin, right? So with that being said, if you practice more and more for technical side, if you try to get as much as news as possible, to learn it, digest it properly, to reach a calculated, educated guess based on your cognitive ability, it should bring out the best from you as an investor. I hope you guys received value for your time, and if you did, please do support the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. If you would like to extend your support or to get more value, you can use PayPal, or just to support the channel, you can use PayPal, Patreon, or the XRP wallet address given in the description below. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.